best and brightest fifth graders from 17 Rock Hill Elementary schools embark on a journey that will tap into their academic abilities and require them to overcome many great obstacles. There will be questions about all the tough topics in the realm of science.
Scientific method for 20.
In this experiment, Plant A was given water only. Plant B was given water. Children's school.
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis is correct.
One by one, these teams will be put up to the challenge and pushed to their limits. Some will triumph, while others will exit gracefully. In the end, only one team will reach the final destination to be crowned as the Elementary Science Bowl champion. Welcome to Rock Hill School's Elementary Science Bowl.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2016 Science Bowl for Rock Hill Schools. This is our 4th annual Science Bowl and we are lucky to have some fantastic 5th graders here to compete today. We're going to go ahead and introduce our teams. On the right we have Lesslie Elementary. Starting on the outside we have Hannah Fitzherbert. In the middle our captain Sam Gardner, and next to me we have Jaden Crouch, all from Lesslie Elementary. And to my left, we have Northside Elementary being represented by our 3 fantastic 5th graders over here. We'll start on the outside with Nick Stewart. In the middle, our captain, Nate Husser. And right here next to me, Lua Yusefian. So before we look at our categories for the board today, let's do a quick buzzer check. Make sure everyone is blinking. We want to make sure those are ready for the game. So as long as you're blinking, then you should be good to go. Red team, look okay? Did yours, Sam, did it light up? Okay, there it goes. All right, good job. So we have 5 categories on our board today. The first is famous scientists. These are going to be guys you probably have studied, but also a lot of people know about just because they're talked about a lot and they've made a lot of great accomplishments. Next is words with a Q. It doesn't have to start with a Q, but there has to be a Q somewhere in that word. Next is weather instruments. This was a familiar one from the last board, but we have some different instruments for you to try to remember. Also, rocks and minerals. Those are mostly 3rd grade standards, so think back to what you studied in 3rd grade. Think back to that science teacher in 3rd grade, and you can remember those. And last is SC science. So those are things you'll be familiar with as South Carolina residents. All right. So because Northside won the coin toss, we're going to let Nate choose the first question from the board. Give me the category and the number, points value as well. All right, let's hear it.
Famous scientist for 40, please.
All right, famous scientist for 40. This scientist is best known for his work with peanuts. He suggested uses including cosmetics, dyes, paints, plastics, gasoline, and nitroglycerin. Who is this? All right, Lesslie with the first buzz.
George Washington Carver.
And that's it. Very good. George Washington Carver. All right, that means, Lesslie, you get the next chance to choose from the board.
Words with a Q for 20.
All right. What is the name of the imaginary line that separates the northern and southern hemispheres of the Earth? All right, sounds like Northside got it. What is your answer?
Equator.
The equator is it. Very good. All right, Okay, everyone, just a quick reminder to not only wait till the whole question is read before you buzz in, and also speak into the mic so we can clearly hear you. All right, great job. Northside, what was your choice from the board?
Weather instruments for 20, please.
All right, weather instruments for 20. What is the name of the weather tracking system used to determine the location and speed of precipitation and storms? This system produces images like the one shown below. Northside.
Radar.
And we'll take it. Good. We're looking for Doppler radar, but radar is on the right track. Very good. All right, Northside again.
Rocks and minerals for 30, please.
Okay. Equal amounts of sand, gravel, and pebbles were placed in a filter. Each of them had an equal amount of water poured over it. What would be the cause of different amounts of water draining through a given amount of time? So what would be the cause of different amounts of water draining through in a given amount of time? Anyone can buzz in if you know it. All right, Northside, what's your guess?
Filtration.
Can you be a little more specific? We'll give you an extra second to think. More specific than filtration. All right, time's up. That gives Leslie a chance to steal for points. You have an answer? Equal amounts of sand, gravel, and pebbles were placed in a filter. Each then had an equal amount of water poured over it. What would be the cause of different amounts of water draining through in a given amount of time?
Sifting.
No, we're looking for the different size particles are going to be able to drain at different amounts. Nice thinking though, that one's a tough one. All right, since no one got that, it's back to Northside to choose the next question from the board. Go ahead and tell me straight in your mic.
Famous scientist for 30, please.
All right, famous scientist for 30. This modern scientist studied the ocean and all forms of life that live in the ocean. Who is this? Who is this scientist? If his picture doesn't look familiar to you, think about maybe what he studied. He studied the ocean and all forms of life that live in it. All right, we have 7 seconds to guess. Think about it. Anyone? All right, that's our time. We were looking for Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau. All right, Northside's back to you.
Words with a Q for 30, please.
Words with a Q for 30. Mercury is shiny, malleable, ductile, and it conducts electricity like other metals. What is the primary difference between mercury and other metals? Remember, it's got a Q in the word. The answer must have a Q. Northside.
It's a liquid.
It is. That's exactly right. It's a liquid. All right, next question.
Rocks and minerals for 40, please.
Okay, think back to 3rd grade. Let's see. This fossil of fish was found in the rock of a mountain. What can this type of fossil indicate about earlier times? Northside.
That the place the fossil was found in what used to be an ocean.
It did. It used to be an ocean. Very good. Let's make sure we're speaking straight into that mic so we can hear you loud and clear. All right, another one, Northside. You get to choose again.
SC Science for 20, please.
All right, let's try our home state. Gelsemium serpeviens is the scientific name for this plant, the SC state flower. Although all parts of this plant are toxic, it has successfully been used to treat several medical conditions such as measles. What is it commonly called? What would you call this plant found in South Carolina? Leslie?
Dandelion.
It's not the dandelion, although that is another yellow flower we can see here in Rock Hill. Do you have a guess, Northside? We need an answer. You have 3 seconds. Okay, unfortunately time is up, but we can't give points for that one, but does anyone know? No pressure, any more thinking going on? You might see that in your parents' garden. It would be yellow jasmine. All right, I believe Northside gets the next question to choose from the board.
Weather instruments for 30, please.
All right, weather instruments for 30. This weather instrument is called a windstock. What does it indicate? Northside.
Which direction the wind is coming from?
It does. Can you add to that a little bit? The direction of the wind and something else.
How fast the wind is going?
Tell me one more time in that mic.
How fast the wind is going?
Okay, we'll give it to you. Very good. It's going to be the wind direction as well as the intensity of the wind. Good job. All right, Northside again. Category and points, please.
Rocks and minerals for 20, please.
All right. This picture shows lava flowing from a volcano. When it cools and hardens, what type of rock will it become? Leslie?
Igneous.
That's exactly right. Igneous rock. Very good. All right, Leslie, that means you get to choose the question from the board.
Famous scientists for 20.
All right, famous scientist for 20. This scientist studied the causes of motion. His first law is known as the law of inertia. His second law can be summarized as force equals mass times acceleration. His third law is about his action-reaction forces. Who is this scientist? Northside.
Isaac Newton.
That is correct. Very good job. Isaac Newton is exactly who we were looking for. He sure did a lot. All right, guys, we're about halfway through the board, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let our judges tally up the scores so we can kind of have an update on where we stand. While they're figuring that out, think about what your favorite sport is. Maybe you play a sport, maybe you watch it, maybe you, I don't know what, maybe you just like the sports equipment, but think about what your favorite sport is in just a second after we say the scores. Get to everyone a chance to answer, okay? So Lesslie has 60 points, and Northside is in the lead with 150 points, okay? Everyone here has done a great job so far, so the game is not over. We're just halfway through. But before we get back to the board, Jaden, or I'm sorry, let's start with Hannah. Hannah, what's your favorite sport and why?
Softball. Softball.
Okay, you like softball?
Because I'm a pitcher.
Okay, very good. How long have you been playing?
For about 2 years.
2 years. Very good. That's great to hear. All right, Sam, what about you? Favorite sport?
Soccer.
Soccer, why is that? Speaking to your mic.
I like it because it's a continuous sport and you don't have to stop, like as in football, for different plays. It's just continuous.
Very good. So it's a little bit more fast moving. Do you not get tired of running? You do. All right. What about you, Jaden? What's your favorite sport?
I like basketball because I'm pretty good at it, and also it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I used to play basketball too. All right. What about you, Nick? What's your favorite sport and why?
My favorite sport is soccer because I used to play it.
Very good. So you didn't get tired of the running either, or did you? Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of running. It's a big field. All right, Nate, what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is soccer because I had 2 friends that used to live in my neighborhood that played.
Yeah, so y'all just play pickup in the yard?
No, they actually played on a team.
Oh.
The Manchester Parks team.
Awesome. That's great. What about you, Lua?
My favorite sport is football because I like to watch it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite team?
Panthers.
All right. I love to hear that. All right. So we updated you on the score, so we're going to go ahead and get back to the board. I believe that, do we remember who gets to choose the next question? I think Lesslie. Let's give Lesslie the chance to choose from the board. Go ahead and pick your next question.
Words with a Q for 10.
All right, words with a Q for 10. And remember, anyone can answer as long as you wait to buzz in and you speak into the mic. All right, here we go. The picture below is the product of a seismograph, which measures the intensity of moving tectonic plates. What occurrence is measured by a seismograph? Northside.
An earthquake.
An earthquake is exactly right. Great job. All right, Northside, that means you get to choose the next question.
Weather instruments for 40, please.
All right, weather instruments for 40. Let's see here. What is this device and what is its use? Make sure you answer both parts. Northside.
It is a rain gauge and it measures how many inches of rain had fallen.
Absolutely. It is a rain gauge, and that's exactly what it does. Great job. All right, another question.
South Carolina Science for 30, please.
All right. This is a picture of the SC state shell, the lettered olive. What kind of animal lives in these shells? Lesslie?
Crabs?
Not crabs, unfortunately, no, but that does give Northside 10 seconds to answer and steal for points. What type of animal lives in this shell, the lettered olive?
I don't know what the name of it is, but I think, isn't it poisonous?
I'm not sure if it's poisonous. We were looking for the answer snail. A snail lives in there. Unfortunately, hermit crabs may enter later once the snail's gone, but we're looking for snail. All right, that means, Lesslie, you get to choose from the board.
Weather instruments for 50.
All right, going for 50 points. Here we go. This device is a hygrometer. It measures the amount of water contained in the air. In one word, what does a hygrometer measure? Lesslie?
Water vapor.
We'll take it. Can you think of another word for water vapor? Okay, we'll take it. It was humidity is the specific word we were looking for, but we can see where you were going with that answer.
Would evaporation work too?
Really, it's humidity because it has to do with the temperature and the amount of water in the air. All right, so that means you get another chance to choose from the board. What's the next question you would like?
Rocks and minerals for 50.
All right, rocks and minerals for 50. This scale is used to rate the hardness of a mineral. What is the scale called? Buzz in if you know. Anyone? Any guesses? This scale is used to rate the hardness of a mineral. What is the scale called? Lesslie, that's okay. Let's hear your guess. You have 3 seconds.
A graph.
No, we're not looking for graph. It's the Mohs hardness scale. Well, we needed the Mohs hardness scale all together. All right, since no one got that, Lesslie, it's your chance again to choose from the board. What category and how many points?
Words with a Q for 40.
All right, words with a Q. What do we call a material that does not allow any light to pass through? Wood is an example of this. Lesslie.
Opaque.
That's it. Very good. Opaque is what we're looking for. All right, another question, Lesslie?
Let's do weather instruments for 10.
Weather instruments for 10.
All right, weather instruments for 10. This weather instrument is used to measure wind speed. What is it called? Lesslie?
An anemometer.
And that's exactly right, an anemometer. Another one, Lesslie?
Words with a Q for 50.
All right. Water is known as the universal solvent. Any solution that contains water as a solvent is known as what? There's 2 blanks there. Lesslie, go ahead. All right, time's up for Lesslie. That means Northside, you get a chance to steal. Five seconds. All right, unfortunately, no one got that one, but it was aqueous solution is what we were looking for. All right, Lesslie, did you get to choose the next question, though?
Famous scientists for 10.
Famous scientists for 10. Name the German scientist who began working the philosophy of science and the theory of relativity. Leslie?
Albert Einstein.
That's it. Great job. All right, another one, Leslie.
Famous rocks and minerals for 10.
Rocks and minerals for 10. What is the classification of rocks shown here, and how do you know? Two-part answer. When you know it, go ahead and buzz in. What is the classification of rock shown here?
Sedimentary because it has layers.
And that's right. Great job, Leslie. It's sedimentary because it has many layers. All right, Leslie, another one.
Famous scientists for 50.
All right, last one in that category. He did not invent electricity, but many people think he did. Which scientist sought to learn how the energy from lightning could be put to use? Leslie?
Thomas Edison.
That is not it. We're looking for the guy who sought how to use the energy. Northside, that gives you a chance to steal.
Benjamin Franklin.
That's it, Benjamin Franklin. All right, Northside, you get to choose from the board. We only have categories of SC Science left, so let me know what point value you would like.
50.
All right, going for 50. Although Georgia is nicknamed the Peach State, South Carolina's state fruit is the peach. To what family of fruits, along with nectarines, plums, apricots, and cherries, does this peach belong? Anyone can buzz in. To what family of fruits does it belong? Think about its characteristics and qualities that might make it fall into that category. Any ideas? We have about 5 seconds till the question is gone. Northside?
A pitted fruit.
No, unfortunately, they are all pitted fruits, but we're looking for stone fruits or drupes. Okay, Northside, you get to choose. Let's do either SC Science 10 or 40.
40, please.
All right, let's go for 40. This animal is Stagmomontis carolina, which is South Carolina's state insect. As an adult, the females can be as much as 6 centimeters in length. As for their life cycle, the nymphs hatch from eggs, then undergo a series of molts as they grow to adults. What type of life cycle is this? Leslie?
Animal life cycle.
No, we're not looking for that. We need something a little bit more specific. What about you, Northside? You have 10 seconds to steal. We need an answer in 5.
Metamorphosis.
Will we accept metamorphosis? What type of metamorphosis? Can you be a little more specific there? Okay, unfortunately, we cannot accept that. We were looking for incomplete metamorphosis. That's the exact answer we needed. All right, let's go to SC Science for 10 points, which is all we have left today. The SC state fish is adapted to freshwater, but as adults, these fish have a preference for saltwater. What is the name of this animal? Leslie?
Catfish.
It's not a catfish. That means Northside, you have 10 seconds to steal.
Salmon.
It's not a salmon either. It's a striped bass. All right, but that's completes our board for today. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll have our scores recap when we get back from this commercial.
By the end of this message,
another child will drop out of high school.
Drop out.
Gone.
Lost.
Our system is failing our children.
Our kids.
Too many kids
aren't getting the quality education
they deserve.
Too many kids
are losing their future.
Way too many kids.
We have got to make a change.
Now.
Now.
Right now.
We have to change.
Let's build a system
Where every child
Gets a great education.
Every child.
Every child.
no matter their zip code,
No matter their income.
No matter their race.
no matter what.
Every child.
Let's give parents the power
To choose the very best school for their child.
The power.
power for every child. Join us. It's time to help every family.
It's time to help every child.
Every child.
It's time
It's time.
It's time.
for educational choice.
The next time you look up at the night sky, just think. Each point of light is a sun, and likely has orbiting planets. In fact, astronomers searching one small sliver of the sky have found nearly 1,000 worlds so far. We're surrounded by solar systems. And as we learn more about the universe around us, NASA is developing capabilities on Earth and in space to send astronauts further into our solar system than ever before, to an asteroid, Mars, and beyond. To follow the journey as NASA expands human presence beyond Earth, visit nasa.gov.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us and tuning into the Science Bowl. We do have a question for you viewers at home. It's up on the screen. In spring, many plants are ready to begin their reproductive processes. What substance do plants release in order to begin their reproductive processes? What is that substance? And when you think of the answer, go ahead and email it to rhsdsciencebowl@gmail.com so you can kind of participate with us as well. So we've had a great job today, tough competition, definitely some tough questions up there today. We have our runner-ups, which is Lesslie Elementary. They had a total of 180 points. They did a great job. And their captain, Sam's going to go ahead and introduce everyone else up here joining them today.
This is Christian Vanderhoof, and our coach is Mrs. Donovan.
All right, great job. You definitely couldn't have done without them, so congrats to getting this far. All right, I'm proud to announce that our winners today are Northside Elementary, and Nate is going to introduce his friends up here.
This is Audrey Edmonds.
Make sure you're talking into the mic, bud.
Shiloh Williams.
What about your coaches?
Our coaches are Miss Abbott and Miss Lewis.
All right, and they did a great job. They earned a total of 250 points today, which is just amazing. That's our show for today. Thanks so much for coming and joining us. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Kelly Pugh and Associate and Superintendent of Instruction and Accountability, Dr. Harriet Jarowski, as well as Jill Pappas, Executive Director of Elementary Education, and Kim Massey, our Science Instructional Specialist, and our great crew here at SCE TV. This would not be possible without them. Thank you for watching, and be sure to watch the next Science Bowl competition.